Hello, everybody. Welcome back into the Ontario Sportsman Series Fictional season. Race number 4. And it's actually going to take us to a track that's no longer in existence. It's actually at Barrie Speedway. I was going to try and get Sauble Speedway. Unfortunately, the track setup, for whatever reason, is not really very... I don't know what the problem really is. It's just... there's something wrong with the initial setup, and it does allow for the sadly for the track to have a lot of issues before the actual race goes green. I'm not going to fiddle around with it, so we're going to take a look and see what comes out of it. But we're going to run at Barrie Speedway, so oddly enough, this does have a pretty big list of cars that you can run on the racetrack, but let's get you your entry list. Todd Shepard, Tim Tolton, Kevin Lay, Dustin Mumberket, Garrett Tiemersma, Ollie Ferguson, Brendan Patrick, Mark Patrick, Michael Herniak Jr., Amanda Bolson, Chris Shera, Chad McGlynn, Kevin Trevlin, Marley Owen, Ryden Lapsevich, Rob Windus, Brandon Feeney, Elaine Zardo, Laura Othier, Brad Robinson, Billy Zardo, Sean Mangin, Brendan McFerrin, Colton Everingham, Corey McAllister, Samantha Shaw, Connor Ellis, Sean Chenoweth, Carson Nagy, and Donovan Price. So because we have under 33, that means all will make the race. So we've got a practice going on right now. I've done a couple changes to some of the car schemes. A little bit of work on trying to make them a little bit nicer looking. There's still a lot of work that needs to be done. So we're going to do 105 laps here. I'm not going to make much change to the actual track itself, to its files to accommodate a 100 lapper. So we're just going to go 105 here at Barrie Speedway. Unfortunately, the track demolished and no longer in existence, but that's what these types of games are really good for, is to be able to bring you back. So we'll see if we'll have a lot of chaos. I imagine we will. So we're going to just skip straight ahead. Let's get you your starting lineup here at Barrie Speedway.
Drivers, to your cars.
So starting at the back in the number 17 is Chris Shera. Alongside will be the 39 for Laura Othier. Rob Windus and Connor Ellis in the 48 and the 29. The JEC Distributors, number 5 for Kevin Lane. The Camp Mart 02 for Brendan Patrick. The GFL Green for Life 96 for Donovan Price. And the Special Olympics Monte Carlo for Tim Tolton. The Valemo Ice Age Water, number 22, Ryden Lapsevich, and the Hot Wheels, number 8, for Ollie Ferguson. The 21 Port Hope Golf and Country Club, Chevrolet for Marley Owen, and the Watson Building Supplies, number 6, for Dustin Mumberket. The Fowler Construction, number 44, Chevrolet for Brad Robinson, and the 36 Steel Chainsaws and Bester Forex Products Ford Mustang for Lane Zardo. The Brimstone Games Ultra Pro 47 Dodge for Sean Mangin, and the London Recreational Waycred Automotive Products Chevrolet for Sean Chenoweth. The Camp Mart number 12 Chevrolet Impala for Mark Patrick, and the New Techwood Canada RGC Sports 93 Chevrolet for Carson Nagy. The Shelby Roofing and Sheet Metal number 46 Ford Mustang for Billy Zardo, and the Pizza Ford Mustang number 18 for Chad McGlynn. The 61 London Recreational Racing Chevrolet is Colton Everingham, and the 38 Liquid Moly Pioneer Plumbing Chevrolet is Brandon Feeney. The Great Tools Line X Ford Mustang number 17 of Garrett Tiemersma, and the NTN Bearings number 83 Chevrolet of Samantha Shaw. The number 2 Christine Tanner Real Estate Jones Excavating Chevrolet for Herniak Home Motorsports is Todd Shepard. And alongside him, the Stewart's Equipment Kubota number 56 Chevrolet of Brandon McFerrin. The 71 Struck Energy Systems Caldecott Millwright Services Chevrolet for Two Speed Motorsports Corey McAllister. And the Purple Mattress Quick Wick London Recreational Racing Chevrolet for Amanda Balson. The Leisure Trailer Sales, number 19, Dodge Charger of Kevin Trevelyan, the 2022 champion. And on the inside of row number 1 is the Landshark Logger, number 15 for Michael Herniak Jr. That is your starting grid here at Barrie Speedway for 105 laps of the Ontario Sportsman Series Fictional season. Thank you very much for tuning in here on the Stickers and Scuffs channel. We'll be here all season long to give you content throughout the racing world in Ontario and Canada, featuring the NASCAR Penny Series, weekly racing at tracks, the APC Series, Ontario Sportsman Series, and the OSCAR Modifieds and Hot Rods. Of course, the former here, Barrie Speedway, no longer in existence, unfortunately. It's was a great track when it was around, but unfortunately it's gone away. Some good qualifying runs here. Obviously, Kevin Trevelyan there on the outside in the number 19, and Michael Herniak Jr. in this number 15. Expect to see Corey McAllister in that number 71 this year. Kevin Trevelyan in the 19 and Michael Herniak Jr. in the 15. Countdown is nearly on here. Under 15 seconds till we get the command to start engines for 100 laps around Barrie Speedway. It's been pretty tame this season so far, so we'll see if there's going to be chaos.
Drivers, start your engines!
So we're going to be watching Michael Herniak Jr. as they get the green flag here for 105 laps at Barrie Speedway. What you're going to have to watch for is out of turn number 1 and 2, there is a good spot for contact at the end of pit road. Typically has it. There is no pit road here for the pace car. But we're going to get the green flag is out. Kevin Trevelyan does not get going on the start. Michael Herniak Jr. is going to lead them down into turn number 1. Corey McAllister and Todd Shepard also clear. On the high side is Trevelyan as Samantha Shaw on that number 83. She's going to go down to the inside of Kevin Trevelyan. He is going to fall back, and Herniak leads lap number 1. Out in front and clear. He's going to get clear by several car lengths as they add the 71 back into second place, and McAllister third is Shepard, and how about Samantha Shaw into fourth? Looks like the number 12 potentially of Mark Patrick to the inside of the number 19 of Kevin Trevelyan as well. Out in front by a large margin is that 15. He is out there flying. Exactly what he wanted. Michael Herniak Jr., of course, has not won so far in this fictional season. Did get his first win, but in a shortened event. He wants to win one full distance and the hard way. If he's going to come back, of course, you've seen Brandon McFerrin has won this season. Garrett Tiemersma won at Sunset. McFerrin won at Laird. At Delaware Speedway, Jake Sheridan was the winner. Sheridan not here at this race today. Did not make the trip. And, of course, one thing you're going to have to watch for, as you see already, are these lap cars. Chris Scherer at the back of the field here. Michael Herniak Jr. is going to have to watch and make sure he can get through. Traffic has been the name of the game so far for this season. Got to make sure that you make it without getting into any contact or getting yourself spun around. Well, trying to battle this lap traffic here. McAllister into second place. Shepard solidly into third. But the back of the field there, you see the 17 of Chris Shera and the 39 of Laura Othier. They are potentially going to be put a lap down. Othier will make her debut in the Ontario Sportsman Series. She'll run the 3 races at Delaware Speedway in 2023. As Herniak goes to the inside of the 17. 17 gives him lots of room, stays up to the high side, and is clear. However, there is 2 cars battling for position. Looks like Marley Owen on the high side in that number 21. She had an awful race at Sunset Speedway. Her and Connor Ellis are battling for position right now. Othier there in the 39. Herniak Jr. not sure what he's going to do. He's going to try and go around the outside. That didn't look like it was a right call. And he'll go try to make a better move into 3 and 4. Contact, it looked like it. But he'll be clear back down into turn number 1. Here comes 71 of Corey McAllister. He's going to take that look to the inside. He's going to get by the 39. No troubles there. Unlike the 15, and that's going to help him cut into the lead. Shepard also clear now into that 3rd place. He is clear. Connor Ellis, the next car that potentially could go a lap down. Rob Windus in the 29. Also for the Windus Racing Chevrolet team. The Precision CTE Racing. Number 48 right there. That's Connor Ellis. Kevin Lay just in front of Marley Owen. And expect to see Kevin Lay back this season. See, there's Marley Owen up ahead, riding Lapsovich. Mark Patrick. Right in there on the high side. And riding on board with Kevin Lay. So he goes to the inside of Ryan Lapsovich. A little bit of contact there. Not a lot of room, though, if you do make contact at this racetrack. And you see that pit wall really comes at you quick. Tim Tolton and Sean Mangin battling. There's Donovan Price and Mark Patrick. There's Colton Everingham battling with the 17 of Garrett Tiemersma, winner at our last race at Sunset. Tim Tolton looking to the inside as well. How about Brendan Patrick having a great run? There's the 46 of Billy Zardo. He's in that championship battle, Billy Zardo is. And Ollie Ferguson having a great run in that number 8 car. 56, there is the Brandon McFerrin Stewart's Equipment Chevrolet. Kevin Trevelyan, he is struggling, it looks like. Still stuck on that high side. You see the 93 of Carson Nagy is going to go to his inside. And Carson Nagy in the new Techwood 93. Queenston Chevrolet Chevy is going to get by him into turn 1. And that's going to put the 19 back another position. If that's correct, timing and scoring will have him back to 11th place. There's the 36 of Lane Zardo, the 16 of Amanda Balson here. Interesting to see what Amanda's plans are for this year. How about 2 veterans, Sean Chenoweth in that 89C and the 18 of Chad McGlynn. How about Samantha Shaw in that number 83 NTN Bearings Chevrolet? Still solidly in that top 5. Be curious to see, actually, I think that Brandon Feeney might be into 4th. And that number 38, as you see the lap cars here. She's going to go to the outside of Connor Ellis. But I believe it's the 38 of Brandon Feeney is in 4th. And he's going to dive to the inside of Chris Shera as these lead lap cars battling with Chris Shera and the 48 of Connor Ellis as Chad McGlynn will go to the inside. And he will get that spot away from Sean Chenoweth, taking Amanda Balson with him. As the 83 now goes to the inside of the 48E. No contact so far, but it is close quarters racing. And this is the 4th place for Brandon Feeney in the Liquid Moly Chevrolet Impala. He's got Donovan Price just in front of him. And Todd Shepard, who is now closed in on the back of the 71 of Corey McAllister. Just that lap car of Kevin Lay. Little contact there. So Michael Herniak Jr. still in a solid lead. He's put a lot of cars actually a lap down already here. Marley Owen, Ryden, and Lapsevich have gone a lap down, but he has a big stack of cars. Billy Zardo is going to go a lap down, and who's currently 2nd in the championship. Billy Zardo struggling here today. Unlike what we've seen, I mean, Zardo's been up in the top 5 almost every race. Leading laps in almost every race, so this is surprising. But Herniak Jr. is setting a torrent pace here, which we haven't actually seen from the 15. We haven't seen it from anybody really this season, that we've had somebody that's gone out and really dominated an event to start. But we're only, contact, that was contact for sure, with the 6 of Dustin Momberquette and Herniak. Mark Patrick up really high in that number 12 as well. It's going to allow Billy Zardo to get to the inside. But Herniak Jr. is setting a fantastic pace in this 15. Of course, you can see him. He will run in the Ontario Sportsman Series in 2023. So Herniak Hall Motorsports leading the way here, but it's one of their cars that's in front of their leader right now, Sean Mangin, as he goes to the inside of multi-lap car Chris Schera and that 17 Schera Racing Dodge. Colton Everingham just ahead of Sean Mangin in the 61 London Recreational Racing Machine. There is Sean Mangin in this Brimstone Games 47. Made his return to racing after 20 years. Last year. Didn't have the best season, but got better as the season went along and got a 2nd place at the 2nd Delaware race. So expect a little bit more out of Sean Mangin this year. Garrett Tiemersma just out ahead in the 17. Be interesting to see what his Garrett's plans are for this year. So here comes Herniak. He'll go to the inside of his teammate in that 47 to put Sean Mangin a lap down. Remember, only 100 laps here, so not a lot of time for these leaders to really find their way past Michael Herniak. And as of right now, no one is going to set a pace close enough to get near him, as he's got Colton Everingham, Garrett Tiemersma, Brendan Patrick, Tim Tolton out in front. Connor Ellis is also in front of him. It's interesting to see, if you follow Patrick Brothers Racing on Facebook and Instagram, they have posted that they will have a new look to the O2 car this year. So the familiar looking number 02 will have a new look this year. It did look like potentially an Impala nose on the front of the car, so their old chassis, old body, is going to get some upgrades. And Herniak Jr. is going to go through, and he will put the 61 a lap down. We got a side-by-side battle. Tim Tolton just in front of him, the Black Magic number 3. He'll celebrate his 40th year in racing this year. Along with them, the Patrick Brothers Racing team as well, also celebrating 40 years. But that 15 car right in the thick of it, Connor Ellis in the CTE Racing 48, looking to try and not go a second lap down. Tim Tolton there in that number 3. He's going to try and hold on, but it looks like he's going to go a lap down. Rob Windus, the 48 of Connor Ellis now. Like, Michael Herniak Jr. is really putting on a performance right now. I don't even see second place near him. Let's take a look at the distance. 1 second. And he's lapped up to 16th place here. 50 laps into this 105 lap event. And Herniak Jr. is putting on a clinic. Funny enough, I don't think he would have ever driven on this racetrack. Would have been too young, I believe, before it closed. So Herniak Jr. in the Landshark Lager number 15. Looking to put a lap on our latest winner, Garrett Tiemersma in the 17. Carson Nagy and Brendan Patrick having a fantastic battle. Brendan Patrick having an excellent run in the O2. Now this is what we saw though last year from Brendan Patrick. Maybe not so competitive on the bigger tracks, but when you get to the really tight bull rings, like for example at Sunset Speedway, Brendan Patrick finished 3rd, and the caution flag is out. Caution is out. So something has happened on the track, and this will change. I think this will change. I don't know how much it'll change, but we're going to figure out where this caution came from. We'll have to do a little bit of a search because I don't frankly know. I don't see anybody with obvious damage. You see some lap cars that are going by, the pace car, tail end cars. Try and see here if anybody appears in the running order. It doesn't appear so. Now Herniak is going to come on to pit road. That's a little surprising. But again, I have set the... oh no, it says Brendan Feeney. Brandon Feeney, who was running 4th. Oh, was he involved in this caution? It doesn't... I don't know. Oh, he was. It does look like it. So we're gonna go through here. I'm gonna bring this up full screen. You're gonna see there's Rob Windus right here. You got Corey McAllister, Brandon Feeney, Chris Shera, Colton Everingham, and Dustin Momberket. And you see McAllister, who's in 2nd place, makes contact with Rob Windus. Here's the 4th place of Brandon Feeney. Windus takes a hard lick to the inside. So it's contact between McAllister and Windus. And right up in front of Brandon Feeney, Marley Owen avoids to the inside. Samantha Shaw misses. But Connor Ellis and Brandon Feeney, unfortunately, do not. And that's a hard wreck for all of those drivers. Let's see where Connor Ellis's damage is, but I didn't think that Feeney had a ton of damage, but it might just be enough that it's going to take him out of the race here. Take a look at the rear chase view. It could be something like a suspension hit or something along those lines here. So we're riding on board with Feeney, and you're just going to see that 29 car is going to come straight up the racetrack and just get him in the left front, right there. And it's going to knock him straight into Connor Ellis, back into the 29. And they're just all going to crunch together. And I guess it's severe enough that the 38 is going to be done for the day. I don't know how the 29 is going to look after this, unfortunately. Damage pretty severe on the 29 as well. And it's just, this is what's happened. As you see, he's been slowed up by the 6 and the 17. Got him a little bit sideways. Corey McAllister is right there. It's going to hook the 29, and he is going to go straight into the inside wall. Just hit it. And it kicked him right back into Feeney. And right back into Connor Ellis. So Caution flag out. Leaders came to pit road. We'll see kind of how they turn out. Always a little bit chaotic when you have pit stops involved in races because guys go laps down when they don't need to, but we'll see kind of who comes out in what order. So the 15 came in, the 47 came in, the 12, 61. Those guys were all a lap down, however. And it looks like you got more guys with, yeah, that Rob Windus car is really damaged. 29 car has a lot of front end damage yet. Looks like he's going to come out of this pretty okay compared to Brandon Feeney, unfortunately. Looks like the 48 is going to double up on the inside. Kevin Lay is going to double up on the inside. If it looks like when we go back to green, we're either going to have cars on the tail end of the lead lap here, which if this order does not change, it would mean Michael Herniak Jr. is actually on the tail end of the lead lap. We'll have to see when they come around here what the order is. It does look like the 15 is on the tail end, not on the lead lap. It's actually Samantha Shaw in the 83. And you see she's a couple positions back. Todd Shepard, Sean Chenoweth. I don't know what's going on here because these guys are all mixed up. So we'll have to see what the order ends up being. Green flag back in the air. There's Samantha Shaw in that 83. Sean Chenoweth, Todd Shepard out in front. We're gonna have to probably see where they end up. Yeah, she's not scored in the lead anymore. So not sure what's gonna happen. Oh, trouble. Trouble, Kevin Lay. It looks like Kevin Trevelyan's now into it. There was trouble off of turn 4. Oh, man. Carson Nagy and Kevin Lay. Carson Nagy in that 93 car. You see him on the real high side there. You shouldn't be that high out. But let's take a look. And you see Kevin Lay. Looks like he's going to get bumped. He gets bumped and gets hooked. And boom, right into the wall goes the 5 car of Kevin Lay. Takes the 93 Carson Nagy with him. Hard contact. That's probably going to end the day for the 5. And that's going to be it for him. 93 comes onto pit road. 5 onto pit road. And their leader is going to pick up Samantha Shaw. All those cars that were in front of her were on the tail end of the lead lap, which is my understanding. Could be wrong here. Just trying to figure out where the positions will lead everybody. She's still listed in 3rd. Now, there we go. She's back. Now she's into first place. Okay, now we're paused, so let's see. Because, again, the running order is based off of the current on track. We're still kind of behind in terms of the replay. So we've got 40-odd laps to go. We've got some lap cars out in front of Samantha Shaw. So she's going to go to the outside. Dustin Monberquette, Kevin Trevelyan, Todd Shepard, Sean Chenoweth, Brandon McFerrin, Samantha Shaw. The 83 green flag out, back in the air. Billy Zardo to the inside. Zardo was a lap car, so he's got to get going here. If he wants to get back on the lead lap, get himself into a better position, try and get into that points lead. Here comes Brendan Patrick. He's also going to do the same. Samantha Shaw letting the lap cars get down to the inside. She's just got to protect the lead here from Dustin Monberquette. Here comes the 61. That's Colton Everingham. Everingham looking to the inside. She's got to watch, though, that 2 car of Todd Shepard. And the caution flag is back out again. Cautions breed cautions here at Barrie Speedway. And we're going to have to figure out what happened with this one. Now, that caution does put Billy Zardo and Brendan Patrick in a better position in terms of being laps down. I believe that would help them get back on the lead lap. The order seems to be all mixed up here because this isn't current as to what's going on. Todd Shepard going on to pit road. So we'll have to see what's going on there. So we're caught up. Caution flags out again. So here's the running order right now. What we have listed here as we've caught up. Yellow flag is out. Several cars multi-laps down. Samantha Shaw is currently your leader in the 83 over Sean Chenoweth in the 89C. Brandon McFerrin, Ollie Ferguson in 4th. Garrett Temersma, Brad Robinson, Michael Herniak Jr. is back in 7th. Todd Shepard, Amanda Balson, Dustin Momberquette, and Corey McAllister. Your first lap car is Kevin Trevlin. Then it's Marley Owen, Chad McGlynn, Lane Zardo. Billy Zardo and Brendan Patrick were both 2 laps down. They got one of their laps back. Rob Windus is 5 laps down. You see him going back onto pit road in the 29. Kevin Lay and Brandon Feeney are out of this race after contact put them into the wall. Going to come around. There's going to be 25 laps to go next time by. And Samantha Shaw could be in position to grab her first win of the season. She's not running a full season, however, in this 83 Shaw Motorsports NTN Bearings Chevrolet. But in prime position to Sean Chenoweth, Brandon McFerrin, Ollie Ferguson, Garrett Temersma, Brad Robinson in the Fowler Construction 44 this week. All right, the lights are out. So Samantha Shaw, Sean Chenoweth, Brandon McFerrin. McFerrin has already won this year. Now, will they be able to go green and stay green? Lots of damage on race cars out here. Trevlin and Owen to the inside. They are lap cars. Here we go. Green flag back in the air. Here comes Samantha Shaw. She'll clear Kevin Trevlin down into turn number 1. Although, no, here comes Trevlin back. Here comes Trevlin back. Chenoweth did not get a great restart. She's going to stick to the high side. Trevlin's going to go by, get himself in a better position as a lead lap car. Marley Owen not able to get by. She is going to get away. Samantha Shaw is cleared of Sean Chenoweth and the other drivers on the lead lap. McFerrin now closer. I don't know what happened right there to turn number 1. And it looks like Sean Chenoweth got up and into the wall. And that is going to allow Brandon McFerrin into second place. McFerrin, that's going to help him in the championship battle with his closest competitor, Billy Zardo and Kevin Trevlin, both having troubles in this race, being put laps down. Samantha Shaw out in front in this number 83. The NTN Bearings Chevrolet following veteran Kevin Trevlin around this racetrack. And Trevlin is not in competition right now to win this race. Samantha Shaw really, unless there's a caution or she gets involved with lap cars, she can just stay right where she's at and she's not going to have any trouble here at Barrie Speedway. Trevlin still out in the front. They're not at any lap cars yet. They're going to get probably to Chris Shera in the 17. I just don't know if there's going to be enough to real battle with for her. McFerrin is quite a ways behind. Don't believe that 36 of Lane Zardo is on the lead lap either. So we're going to come around. Be 15 laps to go. It looks like there's some DQs on the board here for Todd Shepard, Amanda Balson, Corey McAllister, and the caution is out. Oh no, that's not what she wanted to see. Samantha Shaw, the caution flag is out once again. And that's going to be frustrating for her. Kevin Trevlin has gotten back on the lead lap. So Todd Shepard, Amanda Balston, and Corey McAllister were in the top 10 and have been DQ'd from the event. So that's going to put them behind. Some great runs here. Ollie Ferguson up into 5th. Now, what's going to happen with the pit strategy as well? Has everybody pitted? So it's Samantha Shaw, Brandon McFerrin, Sean Chenoweth, Garrett Teamersma, Ollie Ferguson, Michael Herniak Jr., Brad Robinson, Dustin Monbriquette, now Kevin Trevlin, and Marley Owen is now into the top 10. Lane Zardo is 11th, Chad McGlynn 12th. Ryden Lapsevich, Mark Patrick, and Billy Zardo 15th. And that's a really, really tough position because Brandon McFerrin and Kevin Trevlin are actually both now in the top 10. Zardo's not too far out in 15th, but that is going to be a loss of points for him. That's not really what he wants to see. Lap 93 up on the board. McAllister, Balson, and Shepard all were in pretty good positions, and they are now out of it. Donovan Price, Brendan Patrick, Sean Mangin. That's the lower half there of the 16th to 20th. Colton Everingham and Connor Ellis. Carson Nagy. And they're going to start doubling up once again. Samantha Shaw, Brandon McFerrin, Sean Chenoweth, Garrett Teamersma, Ollie Ferguson, Michael Herniak Jr., Brad Robinson, Dustin Monbriquette, and Kevin Trevlin. Marley Owen and Lane Zardo are the lap cars to the inside. Green flag back in the out. Samantha Shaw trying to get a good restart. Here comes McFerrin. McFerrin in that 56 needs a better restart than Sean Chenoweth if he wants to get an opportunity to try and pass Samantha Shaw for the win here. Lane Zardo now going to the inside of the leader. Lane Zardo is a lap car. He's got the other lap car of Chad McGlynn that's battling with him. It is for position. Here comes McFerrin. McFerrin closing. Samantha Shaw sticks to the high side. And the caution flag is out once again. Caution flag out again. I think Carson Nagy may have been involved in this one. You see the 93 has a lot of front end damage. And I don't know if we get another caution flag, this might give the win to Samantha Shaw because they might run out of laps. We see Carson Nagy with some serious front end damage there. We'll see. I saw him coming onto pit road. Or maybe off of pit road, so perhaps he was involved in this caution flag. In that number 93, you see him on pit road there. Doesn't look like he was involved. He may have just been, oh, there it is right there. You see it up on the screen. There's the 44 of Brad Robinson on the lead lap in 6th place, but he is battling with Dustin Monbriquette. And let's take a look. And Brad's really been waiting for a solid opportunity. And this looks like another just a tight squeeze that didn't work out. As we see, here is the 44. This is a battle for position, actually. Ferguson, Herniak, Robinson. Then there's, look, it's the 46 as well. Billy Zardo is also involved in this, and there goes the 44 up and into the wall, and that's going to bring out the caution flag once again. Man, that is not what he wanted. Absolutely not. So they're going to come around. This would be the end of regulation, of course, but we've set a 105 lapper. Now, I don't want to jinx it, but I think we have a car that's run out of fuel. The 22 also is smoking. We have several cars that look like they have actually run out of fuel. And Ollie Ferguson, unfortunately, looks like he may have been that car that ran out of fuel in the number 8. As they're starting to get caught back up again, I believe it was the 8 car. No, it looks like he started getting going again. So Ryden Lapsevich onto pit road. But we might run out of laps here, and Samantha Shaw could get her first OSS victory here. But the lights are out. Brandon McFerrin, and of course we are under 10 to go, so there's no lap cars. Lap cars are at the back. McFerrin, Chenoweth, Donovan Price. Shaw has to hold off Brandon McFerrin and Sean Chenoweth and hope that there's either a caution or that that she's able to get away. Here we go. Green flag back in the air. Samantha Shaw is going to lead them back down to the green flag into turn number 1 and 2. Great restart by the 83. She's going to pull away. Brandon McFerrin now into second place. McFerrin in that 56. He's already got a win this year. He's going to look for it as they come around back. 104 on the board. That's what he needed. She needed him to go wide. Sean Chenoweth now to the inside of the 56. Samantha Shaw out of turn 3 and 4. White flag in the air. One more lap for Samantha Shaw here at Barrie Speedway. The NTN Bearings Shaw Motorsports Chevrolet. Sean Chenoweth is going to get by for a second. Not going to be enough. Samantha Shaw is going to win at Barrie Speedway. Winning for Shaw Motorsports NTN Bearings over Sean Chenoweth, Brendan McFerrin, Garrett Tiemersma. What a race to the end. So unfortunately, Tim Tolton and Ryden Lapsevich had some issues. Samantha Shaw, Sean Chenoweth, Brandon McFerrin, Garrett Tiemersma, and Dustin Mombercat, your top 5. Rookie Ollie Ferguson gets a 6th place. Michael Herniak Jr. 7th. 8th for Kevin Trevelyan. 9th for Brad Robinson. And coming back for 10th was Lane Zardo. 11th for Chad McGlynn. 12th for Marley Owen. Mark Patrick finishes in 13th. Billy Zardo, after a really tough race, does come back and finish in 14th place. Great run for Brendan Patrick. He'll finish in 15th. Sean Mangin in 16th. There's Donovan Price. He finishes 17th. Colton Everingham in 18th. Connor Ellis 19th. And Laura Othier in 20th. Tim Tolton, 21st. Chris Shera, 22nd. Carson Nagy finishes in 23rd. Ryden Lapsevich, unfortunately, 24th for the 22. Rob Windus in 25th. Then it's Shepard, Balson, and McAllister. Out of the race early, Kevin Lay and Brandon Feeney. That is our race from here at Barrie Speedway. We'll make sure we get these results out there. We'll be back for our next race back at Delaware Speedway. And then we are off to Peterborough. And that one's going to be a little bit crazy because Peterborough actually has the least amount of ability to have cars on that track in this game. So you only have 19 AI competitors that you're allowed. Got a lot of drivers that would want to make that. So we might actually do a hooligan race to see who gets to make it into the field. But for tonight, it's Samantha Shaw getting the race victory. We'll be back for our next race